Hi, my name is Ariane. I'm a French illustrator, and today I want to take you on an ASMR journey in my self-portrait sketchbook. I'm showing you the self-portraits that I did ever since I started this sketchbook, and then we're gonna color in the self-portrait that I did this morning and that I didn't have the time to finish. I've been really scared to do an ASMR video because I'm afraid of being cringe, but I have to tell you, I really love ASMR. I watch loads of ASMR videos and I want to try and make weekly ASMR videos on this channel where I take you with me as I paint or I draw or I doodle in my sketchbook, and I will chat on a random subject or a subject related to what I'm drawing right now. And today what I want to talk to you about is actually my self-portraits practice. My self-portrait practice. Should I whisper, or is that really cringe? I don't know. I'm not a real fan of whispering, I think, but soft-spoken, that's cool, isn't it? So I've been doing self-portraits for over a year now. I started doing them in December of 2023 when French illustrator Magali Cazot started a challenge on her Instagram page, and the challenge was called Miroir Miroir. It was a challenge where you were supposed to do daily self-portraits for 3 months, and I ended up never stopping at the end of the 3 months because I was really in love with the process. I am someone who has always loved exploring my identity, and I've always loved drawing my own face. I don't know. It's something that I love introspection, and introspection via illustration is, I think, a very powerful tool to have as an artist. I don't know how else to say it. Like, drawing my own face shows me the depths of how I'm feeling, who I am at the moment. It's a really spiritual practice to me, and I have loved connecting to myself this way. You may see that I've been doing loads of weird, wonky, weird faces, self-portraits, and many people in my entourage tell me that they don't recognize me on these, and like, but you're more beautiful than that, and all that jazz. I actually love doing self-portraits with a wonky face, or with a very stern face, or with a different face than just the ID picture, the profile picture on Instagram, or the perfect picture, because it makes me really accept myself and value myself as I am in that moment. Like, I can do the weirdest face, the weirdest grimace, and end up really, really loving the drawing. Isn't it amazing? I'm just gonna pause here and let you enjoy me sharpening my pencil with my beautiful Hövel pencil sharpener. so let's get back to talking about self-portraits and what they've taught me ever since I've started. I started the challenge Miroir Miroir in December of 2023. And in December of 2023, it had been a whole year since I had properly painted, drawn, or had an artistic practice. I had been burnt out. The last time I had really painted or drawn, I had been working for 2 years on an exhibition that I did with my friend. I had gone to the art gallery and self-promoted, and the dude at the art gallery accepted to build an art show with me, and he said that I should do it with a friend. So I had been working on finding someone to do an exhibition with, and the time that we thought of a theme, did residencies and worked on the whole art corpus of the show, it took us 2 years to build the exhibition. I worked tirelessly on it, and the whole thing was kind of a flop, and I won't get too much into detail on that, but we could talk about it later if you want. At the time, I did have a business, an art business, and it was not going well, and I was living with my partner's mum, and it was a really depressing time. So a year before, so December 2022, and after the exhibition, which took place in December 2022, I stopped drawing, I stopped painting. I decided to stop my art business and go look for a proper job, a mogul job, a job that would actually make me money. And I started working again for other people, and I stopped being self-employed, and it made me really tired. And then quickly after that, I lost a very dear friend of mine, and that threw me into a loop of grief and trying to avoid the grief, and I just couldn't draw. I did other stuff, not many artistic stuff, and then a few months later, in April of 2023, my partner and I moved to where we live now, and we moved in together, just the two of us, in a village in the countryside, and we fell in love with this village. I found a new job, which I still went to a lot, I worked full time, but I had a little bit more money than in my previous job, and I started to be more stable, but still, it took me from April to December of 2023, so loads of months, to finally start creating again, to get into my sketchbooks, to start drawing, painting, experimenting. And then at the end of December 2023, I started reading The Artist's Way. I started really getting into Miroir Miroir, the self-portrait drawing challenge, and I actually found similarities between the morning pages and the daily self-portrait, because I kind of see my daily self-portrait as I do my morning pages, and actually most of the time I do them side by side. I will firstly do my morning pages, and then I will do my daily self-portrait. And the ritual to me is intertwined, it's really linked, and I kind of do my daily self-portraits as I do my morning pages, which is I will do them as I am. If I'm tired, I do them tired. I try to reflect how I'm feeling in my daily self-portrait. And at first there was resistance at some times. Sometimes I do have resistance still, but as Julia Cameron says, I have now come to the realization that doing the self-portraits as well as the morning pages is way easier than not doing them, which I love. I don't know, it's really amazing what focus, dedicated attention can do. I remember a quote by Mary Oliver, the poet, that says, "Attention is the beginning of devotion." And that's it, like paying attention to myself every day, to what my face looks like, to what my face feels like, to what I feel like, to who I am. It's begun this practice of like self-love, self-trust even. I have fallen in love with myself, not in an egoistical way, I would say, but maybe like I have fallen in love with myself in a very spiritual way, I think. Like, I know who I am. And it's funny because I'd been on this quest in 2023 of like rekindling my love for myself, but also of finding my identity. I was really lost. I was like, who am I? Who even am I? And then I realized that when I'm drawing, when I'm paying attention, I don't have to ask myself, who am I? I know, I just am. And I think sometimes when in my life I was wondering who I was, it's not because I was lost in, it's because I was just not living. I was just not doing the stuff that was making me feel alive. And one of the things that makes me feel the most alive is watching stuff, looking closely at stuff, being amazed by the beauty of the world. And it amazes me now that I can find beauty in even the ugliest, most weird self-portraits that I, like the weirdest faces that I've made. I love that. I try to switch up my techniques sometimes. I try to go with the flow actually. Right now at the moment I'm really in love with using a mix of Tombow markers and crayons. And it feels really fun. It feels like being a kid again, which is nice. And also I love colors. Right now it's winter and I want to feel warm, I want to feel fuzzy, I want to feel like there is hope, and colors make me feel that. I have refrained for a long time from using colors, and using them now makes me feel so good. So, have you ever drawn yourself? Have you ever made a self-portrait? You should try it. I don't want to tell you what to do, but you should really try it. I think I will leave you now with the sounds of my scribbling, because I don't know what else to say. Just try it and you will see. But I have really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this ASMR video. There will be 15 more minutes of scribbling sounds, and I hope you enjoy them. I love you very